The new sketch is coming together.
It is.
I like the ears.
Thank you.
They're very wildcat lynx-ish.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I love the tufts.
Thank you. I wanted her to be fuzzy.
Oh my God, I want to nuzzle her so badly right now.
As I was drawing them, I was like, oh, I want to hug
Yeah.
her.
Well, you know you've been successful, right? When you want to touch your own pencil drawing and make it look fuzzy.
With that, let's cue the music.
Let's do it.
Hey, everybody. I am Ian, your GM, and welcome to this week's episode of Colossus at the Crux, a Never Fear campaign presented by the Witchkey March. Joining me around the table are...
I'm Bree Dredd and I play Glitch, the ship mechanic aboard the Ryzen.
I'm Audra, and I play Tabitha, the quartermaster of the ship.
Hey, I'm Garrett. I'm playing Tegan St. James, the pilot of Horizon.
And I'm Eugene. I play Qualo Nassim Disabi, the science officer of the Horizon. And my genitals have questions.
Man, that's going to be hard to follow. But I'm going to follow that with, every good story needs some voiceover. We begin in the Empyrean. The Empyrean is the endless sea sky between and adjoining all other places. Countless beings in countless forms inhabit this in-between space, each just trying to scrape by, not unlike their world-bound counterparts. The press of the Great Void is an analogy for both freedom and suffocation. To the plucky and stalwart, the Empyrean is an endless playground of exploration and adventure. To almost everyone else, well, it's best not to stare too long at the sea sky, lest it stare back. Alright. Aboard this ship, the Ryzen, we find our pilot in the pilot's chair. Tegan, can you describe to everyone what you look like?
Tegan's a human. He looks mostly like a cowboy. So he's got kind of a sweat-stained hat, old dusty clothes, kind of an older guy. He's got, kind of dark, weathered face and kind eyes.
Okay. And you are looking out at the sea sky as you guys are pulling into Dock Station Theta, where you normally unload gear. And behind Dock Station Theta, but filling your view, is the city at the Crux. But can I get you just to describe the sea sky that's like outstretched in front of you?
Okay, so out past the city of the Crux, it would be this kind of like endless color-shifting hues, a lot of blues and purples and splotches of kind of oranges in there. Little things wink in and out of existence kind of on the horizon, far out where it's really difficult to see. And there's at least one big creature way off in the middle of nowhere. It looks like a big worm that's just snaking its way through.
Okay. You see this giant creature coiling and uncoiling, and you know that, from your distance, that it has to be probably hundreds, thousands of miles long as it moves through the sea sky. On the bridge with you is your science officer, Qualo. Can I get you to describe to the audience what you look like?
Qualo is a halfling elf, but you wouldn't know it from looking at him. I'm tall, taller by about a head than most humans. I'm pretty skinny. I have big, pointy ears that droop a little bit, but are fairly animated. I have all sorts of jewelry, ear piercings, rings, that kind of a thing. Kind of bronzish skin and light gold and blue hair. Half his hair is light gold, the other half is blue. And I'm wearing a multicolored outfit that looks like it came from 4 or 6 different species. Meaning, it's the clothes worn by different kinds of species, not made out of them.
That is a wildly different, description. Could you do us a favor and describe your eyes?
They're solid gold. Or at least they look like they're solid gold.
Delicious.
Spectacular. All right. You all are pulling into Dock Station Theta. Can you describe to us, Qualo, what Dock Station Theta looks like?
Dock Station Theta looks like someone wanted to make a donut, but didn't know what a donut looks like, and ended up with a twisting ribbon that is hard to describe, but you know it when you see it.
Okay. It's a donut. A donut. There we go.
A donut.
Awesome. All right. So, in another part of the ship, we have Tabitha. Tabitha, what do you look like?
I am a Qatari giant hybrid, so I'm very large, very tall. I have 3 eyes. I have very fluffy fur that is tiger stripe, but instead of orange, like it's a dark gray with golden eyes, and just big, fluffy, muscled cat giant.
Nice. So you are in the storage bay of the ship, and you all have a big haul from getting back from scrapping. What is the haul that you guys managed to scrap?
So it's various bits and pieces of a ship that didn't avoid another ship, and so it's like bits and pieces of these 2 ships that had collided together. So it's a bunch of like twisted metal and shattered wood and various things that we might be able to sell or salvage for other materials.
Spectacular. And then finally, in her workshop, we find Glitch. Glitch, could you describe to everyone what you look like?
Glitch is a half clank, half human hybrid. At first appearance, at least from the neck up, you would see her as human. She's wiry, maybe 5'3", slight but muscular and petite, with a messy snow white pixie cut that's shaved on the right side. She wears huge tinted steampunk style copper and leather goggles over her eyes, but would she were to lift them up, you'd find that they are a pale violet that pulses with her heartbeat. As do the augments, the S1E1, these steampunk-styled gears that writhe along the lower parts of her arms and hands and along her spine. She is currently standing on the ceiling of a cramped room with pipes and pulsing violet veins, and she is arguing with a blocky, small duct drone.
Okay. The duck drone begins to chirp at you angrily, and it's spraying fluid in several different directions.
Stop that. Just go down. It's shaft 7. Mango said there was a problem there. If Mango said it, I know it's happening. I can feel it. I can feel the pulse. The ship is not happy right now, and you can fit there where I can't.
Mango, the ship's cat, is going to extend several long talons pointing toward shaft 7, and then is going to emit tones that sound like someone playing the harmonica.
You hear Glitch hiss, turn her back on the drone, and flip upside down to land back on the ground.
The robot, the duck robot, and Mango begin spurting fluid at each other. And as a quick aside for the listener, S1E1 are the Essentia-powered, what would be cybernetics if this were a regular science fiction setting. And Essentia comes from the campaign frame, or Colossus of the Drylands. It's crystallized god blood that's used as the power source for most things out here in the Imperium. Back on the bridge, as you guys pull in. Behind you, Tegan, sits a tube that connects floor to ceiling. It has fluid in it, and inside is the ship's Navidreamer, a creature whose job it is to direct the ship. And technically, any creature can be a Navidreamer, but this particular Navidreamer has been with this crew for a long time, and she's very good. Tegan, what is the name of the Navidreamer?
Her name is Josephine.
Fantastic. And Qualo, could you describe Josephine for us?
Josephine is in her tube. It's there's a milky substance and it obscures her, so it's hard to make out the details. But you do know that you do see that her eyes are much larger than you would expect them to be, and her fingers are much longer than you would expect them to be. And sometimes she looks like an orc, sometimes like a fungrel, sometimes like an orc fungrel, and sometimes a little different. It's never really entirely sure.
Awesome. So she blinks these overly large eyes and says, Tegan?
Yes, darling?
We'll be pulling into port in approximately 45 seconds. Should I ping the towers?
Yeah, that'd be great if you could. I'll keep us steady while you're doing that and just guide us on in.
We'll be leaving faster than reality drive in 30, 29.
All of a sudden, the ship violently rocks as you leave faster than reality.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
For those of you who are below decks, you feel the ship shake, and you know that you've entered close enough to Dock Station Theta that you had to leave faster than reality drive.
I'm like, that's okay, darling. And I get on the comms, and I'm like, hey, Glitch, can we do a quick systems check and make sure nothing shook loose when we came out?
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. The wake stabilizers are having a problem. We're gonna need to pick up new pads while we're in Theta.
All right. Well, I mean, hopefully we can sell the hull for enough. Everything looks fine up here, Qualo. You just see anything wrong?
All right. Well, I'm taking a look, making sure we don't have any gremlins sticking around. I'll be up in a second.
So you hear?
Well,
go ahead, Paul.
I go through channels. I was actually in my room. Hey, Tegan, did you want me on the deck?
Yeah, if you can, while we're coming into Theta, and just
right.
making sure that the sensors say everything's good.
Okay. I walk over to the deck. I'm in my station.
Okay. You hear a channel open up, and you hear a...
This is Dock Station Theta, Port 5. Well, what's your call sign there?
Theta, this is the Horizon. Looking to dock in at 5.
It's docking at 5. Fantastic, fantastic. What you hauling there?
Scrap salvage from a collision between two different core blazers. Standard insurance claim job.
That sounds rough. You already checked the cargo for gremlins?
Yeah, we did the gremlin check. We're doing a secondary one. Our mechanics on it right now to do a purge if we need to.
Need to remind you that the fine for bringing in gremlins to Dock Station Theta has doubled. But if you're sure, you are clear to land.
Roger that. Thank you. And then I get back on the comm like, Glitch, yeah, we really need to make sure there's not any gremlins on this tub right now because the fine's doubled, and I definitely don't think we got enough to cover it.
Yeah, well, she's still ugly, but she's clean. We're good.
Thank you for everything in the appearance. All right.
Okay, cool. So, you all do indeed land. After you do, and the other crew members are making sure everything is getting buttoned up, Josephine, from behind you, Tegan, is going to say,
Tegan?
Yeah, darling.
She presses one of her hands against the glass of her tube.
Do you think this time, maybe after you unload everything, that you all could come back and get me?
Yeah, I mean, we've got some business to do with the boss, but yeah, I think that'd be. You definitely do. We can look into it. He just gets kind of sad.
You all talk so fondly of the oyster tub, and it would be fun to go see it this time.
No, I mean, I'm not sure a nice lady such as yourself really wants to go into a place like that. But I mean, we'll see what we can do.
Okay, Tegan. Thank you. I'm just gonna close my eyes now for a...
And she doesn't even finish the sentence before she falls back asleep, and she sinks into the milky fluid so that you can no longer see her.
And Tegan kind of, like, he knows that it's really difficult to try to get her out of there, and it's somewhat dangerous, so he kind of just sighs and says, probably mostly to himself, he's just like, sweet dreams. Then he gets up out of the chair, and he's all business.
Okay. So, you guys open up the ship, and haulers begin to help you guys pull the material out. You can see somewhere down the bay that you guys all landed in that there is cargo that people are picking over, and they have flamethrowers, and one of them catches a gremlin. Gremlins in the Empyrean are creatures that look, I would say, almost exactly like chihuahuas, except that they have five-fingered hands on their, like where their paws would be, on their front and back legs. And even though they are not known to have any sort of intelligence beyond what you might expect from vermin, they all have beautifully coiffed hair that's done differently, and they express their. They seem to have some sort of system of like displaying individuality and status through the hairstyles that they do. And so a gremlin with a beehive hairstyle tries to run out of some junk that's being brought in and gets flamethrowered, and it just makes a bunch of like shrill chirps as it's being burned. So as you guys are unloading the gear, your boss, the person who owns the ship, is an orc named Propus Fox. And every time you have ever landed in Dock Station Theta, which is where you all are situated, that's where your office is, Propus has been there, and he claims it's just to double check things, but you all know that he believes secretly you guys are trying to skim, and so he checks over the cargo to make sure that he knows how much money is supposed to be brought in. And conspicuously, he is absent today.
Huh. Well, I would say that like Tegan and maybe Tabitha are both kind of walking off of the big end, and Tabitha, as the quartermaster, like you'd have like a big list that we're like talking over, and you'd have to explain most of it because Tegan really cannot read very well. So you show things to him, and he's like, "Yep, all right, we got 16 dulcets of crystaltanium, okay." And like he points at the word on the page. He's like, "That's the crystaltanium, right?"
Yeah, it is. Good job.
Oh, good. I tried really hard. And like he's trying to like put on the show because he knows that the boss is going to be right out there. So he's like, "Yep, 16 crystaltanium." And where is he?
Indeed, he is not there. There is, however, the dock manager. Glitch, could you describe the dock manager to us who's walking around, pointing at things and ordering people around?
Bellatrix Belmont, the Theta 6 dock master, is a halfling as wide as they are tall. They're moving around, overly dressed for any dock master, in finery that does not speak to their position whatsoever. Little stubby legs churning as they make their way slightly faster than you think they would towards the ship.
Oh, the Ryzen, my favorite ship.
Glitch appears at the doorway. She's put on a dark cloak that covers, and black leather gloves covering up every bit of anything on her skin that might appear to be electronic. Really, all you can see are some tufts of white hair and the tint of reflection of her goggles out. And the moment she sees Bellatrix, she tries to eke back into the shadows.
She went full Jawa mode?
Yeah.
Are you going to actually try to hide from him? Like we need to make a roll, or are you okay with him catching you? Because he's going to try to talk to you.
He's going to catch her. She is just, It is an instinctive move that pulls her whole body backwards like she's been gut punched.
If it isn't my favorite mechanic from my favorite ship, Glitch, come give me kissies. Come give
Yes.
Bellatrix kissies.
Always a delight, Doc Maxter Bellatrix. Glitch.
I love it when you say my whole title. Oh.
Oh. If anyone can try to move their soul outside of their body during a hug, this is what you see Glitch do as Bellatrix wraps their thick little arms around her.
Okay. And he's going to do the, like, cheek kisses.
Yes.
Oh, we simply must go get tea. Do you have time for tea, darling?
Just such a shame that we don't today, but Tabitha and I have some repair equipment to pick up. Can't waste Propus's time. Time is money, I know you know.
Oh, yes. Speaking of Propus, that old coot, I saw him earlier. He was around here somewhere, but he's gone, and he didn't even say goodbye. He's gonna put his, like, hand to his forehead with, like, oh.
Glitch finally jerks her body away from the grass. I know Qualo can catch you up on everything that's going on. See you in a few. And darts off towards Tabitha.
Qualo, my favorite science officer from my favorite ship. And he's going to scuttle around looking for Qualo.
He can find me.
Okay.
You're ready for kissies?
I'm standing around. I'm standing around at the bottom of the ramp, not really knowing what to do outside the ship.
Qualo, come give Bellatrix kissies. He's gonna scuttle over. He moves his feet back and forth in a way that, like, you know, cartoon characters where they don't move nearly as fast as their feet are scooting underneath them as he walks to you.
As he walks to me, I walk to him and I do my best to imitate his foot movement.
It's hard. It seems like it would take years of practice to, like, really nail it.
I'm gonna embrace him and be like, Bellatrix, oh my God, how are you? You're my favorite. Let's walk over here and move him away from the ship. Because I just assume they're up to no good and I need to get him out of here.
Okay. So you all unload your cargo, and with Fox not here, again, part of his scheme for keeping you all from skimming is that he's the one typically who has arranged for someone to pick up the load so that there really isn't any way for you guys to sell it out from underneath him. And with him not here, you unload it and it's sitting next to the ship, but now it's just sitting next to the ship. No one is here that you're aware of to pick it up. I also should describe the dock, I think. So there are bays for the ships to land, and then spaces between them for them to unload or for maintenance to happen. And so a space behind you for the ships to pull in. And then in front of you are an area for customs, and then an area behind that where there are different businesses that are part of the scheme of moving salvage in and out of this place. The primary purpose of Dock Station Theta and the stations like it are to check and make sure that salvage is good before it is moved to the surface at the city of the Crux. And I said at the beginning of the game that as you guys were pulling into Dock Station Theta, that City of the Crux was behind it. In the Empyrean, the City of the Crux is the place that people believe is the center of the Empyrean, if such a thing is possible. And the city there is enormous, the size of a planet, probably even a large planet. It is shaped like a dodecahedron. Is it dodecahedron or duodecahedron?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it.
Yeah.
12-sided.
Yeah, it's a dodecahedron. Nice. So, it's dodecahedron shaped, and each of the faces has a wildly different architecture. The City of the Crux is a place where everything and anything can happen, but because they don't want anyone to bring in, like, weird sea sky diseases or equipment that might, like, destroy the city, they have stations that orbit around it that check things before they come in. And so you'll see that there are all kinds of businesses associated with maintenance or trading scrap or having your scrap appraised. Now that you guys don't see Propus here, what do you all want to do?
Tegan wants to get the job kind of wrapped up and finished so that he can, that everybody can get paid. So he's going to say, well, he's not here. I'm going to go check the shop and see if he's in the shop.
Okay. Do you all go with Tegan?
I'm gonna go to the scrapyard and see if there's any cool things that we could use on our ship, or just cool things for me to collect.
Okay.
Glitch has already attached herself to Tabitha's side in search of something that can be used as new padding for the wake stabilizers. So wherever Tabitha goes, Glitch is following.
Okay. So let's follow you two first. And so you guys go past customs, where the Cruxian Port Authority, who operate as part of the system to keep things out of the city of the Crux, you go past their checkpoint, and then you go to the businesses behind where the salvaging is done. All around this area where the salvage businesses are is choked with old, unclaimed salvage. And so this place has a lot of names, and one of which is unclaimed salvage. But you all go up to these businesses, and you can see there's this large, lost and found area where a lot of things that people bring in that just don't get sold or just get left behind sit back behind there. There is a fawn who is reading a magazine as you walk up. What do you guys do when you walk up to the fawn?
I come up to her. I'm just all like, "Got anything cool and new in?"
Oh, well, we have something new. I guess cool is a matter of taste, but she points behind her, and there is a large ball of swords. And so it's a 3-foot diameter ball of swords.
Excellent. Can I? How much do you want for this?
I think we're gonna have a hard time selling this, so I'm gonna say if you can carry it out of here without hurting me, that you can just have it.
Perfect. I go over there and I start carefully picking this ball of swords up to kind of heft it and see how heavy it is.
It feels like a 3-foot diameter ball of swords. It's extremely heavy, but you're 9 to 12 feet tall, so I don't think it's an issue for you.
Excellent.
While Tabitha is doing this, Glitch, what are you doing?
Glitch has her head cocked. She's just staring, sort of incredulous at Tabitha and the ball of swords. She shakes her head, looks over at the clerk. And need some components for wake stabilizers. Any flux mesh lying around? Any attenuator coils?
I think somebody dropped off some gravitrons, and she'll motion behind her.
All right. Mind if I go dig around in there?
That is awesome. Glitch, can I please get an instinct roll, which I believe is our first roll of the game?
All right.
First roll.
Hey everybody, we're playing a game called Daggerheart. Daggerheart, the resolution mechanic, so you may be familiar with a lot of games that use a d20. Daggerheart uses 2d12 of 2 different colors. One color represents your hope die, one color represents your fear die. If the value of the die on your hope die is higher, the player gains a hope. If the value on the fear die is higher, the GM gains a fear. Those are resources that they can spend to move the game along in different ways. And then if it is doubles, the player gets a critical success.
Come on, Lady Luck. That is a 15 with hope.
Nice.
15 with hope. Okay, delicious. Grab that hope. And then you do indeed find good wake stabilizers. But they are crusted over such that they look like trash. And you have no idea why anybody would throw these out other than they just look nasty, but they're in perfectly good working order.
Because clearly people are idiots. Glitch happily begins to wrench them apart and shove them into her pack.
The clerk at Lost and Found makes no effort to stop you. She's flipping through her magazine, and you hear her chuckle sensibly to herself at something she reads. Okay. So, Qualo, I'm assuming at some point you broke yourself away from Bellatrix, having promised to have tea with him soon?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was polite about it, and I make sure that he thinks I'm a good guy. But at some point, I probably noticed Tegan walking away, and I think, and I peel myself off and catch up to Tegan.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
Qualo. You're here. Good.
Where we going?
Sorry, Bellatrix. I will catch up later. Yep. All right. Good. Goodbye.
no kissies.
No, no time for kissies. Not today. Maybe wavies, and I wave at him.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah. So Qualo's probably good enough time as any for you to actually meet the boss. I mean, I don't. You've been on the ship for almost a year now, and you haven't met him, so we might as well. And I kind of start, prepping Qualo to meet Propus.
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, it's only been a year.
It's only been he's gonna find out sooner or later that you've been on this ship, and like you probably should.
All right.
So yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about as we're making our way.
So if the ship is shaped like a donut, and the outer edge is the bays where ships land, and then that like interior of trash and businesses meant to service the docks, just past that there is a layer of businesses of every stripe and various bazaars that line the interior of the station. And it's down the streets of one of these that you will find the business. And Tegan, what is the name of the place where you all are employed?
Fox is scrapping quality salvage.
Okay. So, Fox is scrap and quality salvage. You are walking up toward it, trying to coach Qualo, and I guess because you're coaching Qualo, you're going to be distracted. Qualo, can I get an instinct reaction roll from you?
Certainly. Where? Oh, there it is. I got a 16 with hope.
Nice.
Cool. So do not grab the hope because it is a reaction roll. But you are going to see that coming up to the business that Tegan has talked so much about, you can see that there is a member of the Cruxian Port Authority leaning against the wall of the business, and he looks like he's, with that instinct roll, you can tell he looks like he's trying to be inconspicuous, but he's like looking out. And you can also see that the building has 2 floors. On the second story, there is a balcony, and there is another member of the Cruxian Port Authority that is up on the balcony trying to be unseen. So he's like trying to stand back from the edge, but you catch him as he like adjusts. Now, the Cruxian Port Authority, because there's no formal government, the city of the Crux, formal central government, they all sort of pull their resources together to pay for this port authority. And that disparate leadership means that there's very little oversight for the Port Authority, the CPA. And so they act in a sort of legal gray zone, and they act in a legally gray way. But this behavior is very strange for them, right? If they were going to, say, raid a place, they just kick the door down and ask for permission later, or forgiveness later, rather. And so this, like, acting clandestine sort of thing is out of character for them, as far as you know.
Well, that's worrisome. So I'm gonna grab Tegan by the elbow and slow him down and point out the 2 guards. Hey, Teagues,
So like I was
Portal.
saying, so Propus is an orc, and he's got a really big nose. He doesn't like people to call attention to it. He's got a big wart on his nose, and he doesn't like people to call attention to it. He's got beady eyes, and his breath stinks, and he doesn't like people to call attention. Wait, what were you saying?
Yeah, that's Port Authority. And, they're not acting normal.
And what the hell? What are they doing in this part of town? Normally, they stick closer to the docks. I don't like that.
Nope.
Yeah, let's go around the back.
He doesn't keep them as bodyguards, does he?
No, he doesn't have that kind of money.
All right.
I mean, he bribes them like everyone else does. But no, let's head around the back, and maybe we can see what's going on.
Does that mean you bribe them?
If I had enough money, I would. Propus doesn't pay any of us enough.
Okay. You guys go down an alley and you come out behind the establishment. You don't see a CPA member here. What do you do in the back?
I'm gonna try to go up to the back door and just kind of look in one of like the rear windows and see if I can see Propus in there.
Can I get? Is it finesse to hide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Control,
May I
hide,
get
tinker.
a? Can I get a finesse roll?
Sure. I'm just gonna check and see if any of my features or experiences would go towards this. I'm not seeing anything that I'm feeling super comfortable about. So, finesse roll. Ooh, that's a 21 with
Hey.
hope.
You guys are
Rolling.
rolling unfairly high today, and I need you to stop. Okay.
Oh yeah, we totally loaded the digital dice before the session.
Yeah.
So you and Qualo both like Peak Panther style, ba-da, 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 to the back of the building, and look in. You can see from the bottom floor movement in one of the rooms, but you don't see who exactly is doing the movement. It's a shadow that they're casting. And then when you look from where you're at up into the second story, you can likewise see motion. You don't see Propus Fox, and you don't hear any. It doesn't sound like the place is being tossed, right? But you do hear like people milling about.
Okay, so none of the shadows or anything kind of match the silhouette of the orc with the big nose and beady eyes.
That's correct.
Okay, I'll look at Qualo and I'll shrug and be like, I don't think he's in there, but I think there's more CPA in there.
When he talks and he turns around to look at me, he realizes I'm already up. I've climbed up the side of the building, and I'm looking through the windows there to see if I can get a better look.
I'm like, Qualo, where'd you go? I start checking in like trash cans. I don't know.
Okay. Can I get a finesse roll from you, Qualo?
Yes, you may. 17 with hope.
God,
Oof.
mother loving. All right, get the hope. All right, so you manage to climb up so that you can see into the second story, and you can see that there are CPA guards inside the house, and they are picking through things. They don't look like they're tossing the place, but they do look like they're being thorough. So they're not like cutting couch cushions open, but they are looking under all the couch cushions. No sign of Propus Fox, though.
Do they look like they're checking records or looking for, secret compartment?
Like secret compartments.
I'll try to pay attention to see if there's a place they don't spot, like an area of the room that maybe they overlook, and then I'll hop down.
So after you hop down, you and Tegan both hear a whistling coming down the street. And Tegan, you would know that this whistling is the whistling of Propus Fox. And he's heading toward the establishment.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
I'm going to cut over back to Glitch and Tabitha. So, Glitch and Tabitha, you all found pretty awesome stuff in the Lost and Found. A good haul this time. And always a fun ritual when you get back to the station to see what's new. You've unloaded it in the ship, and you come back out, and you can see further onto the dock, there are Void Boys. So the Void Boys are a salvage group that's half salvage company, half gang, and they styled themselves as your rivals because not too long ago you broke up a bar fight and soundly beat the crap out of them and threw them out into the street. And since then, they just have not been able to let it go. You can see that they are talking to people on the dock, including Bellatrix, and they are pointing towards your ship while they're asking around. What do you two do?
Glitch notices them, immediately tugs at Tabitha's fur.
Well, it looks like they're trying to start trouble again.
Another pile of drift dust. Do we head them off or do we let them go?
Maybe we should go see what's going on with them. Like, why are they pointing at our ship?
It can't be good.
You would know that it's unlikely for them to try to start violence here on the dock. That sort of thing is very frowned upon, and you're likely to get batoned down pretty violently if you were to start anything here. So you don't think that they're gonna try to jump you right now. But do you go confront them, or do you try to sneak around them, or what are you guys going to do?
Well, if there's no immediate threat to like the ship with us like not being here kind of thing, then I'm just going to like ignore them. If they want to talk to us, then they'll like come and talk to us instead of like talking to other people.
Glitch stops and pauses and looks up at you. Our last run-in with them, it didn't go well. If they're here, it's not a good sign. I feel like we need to find the rest of the crew and let them know they're hanging around.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Are you going to try to sneak past them?
Sure.
Okay. Paint me the picture. How do you guys get past them on the dock? Because you're a 12-foot tall, 3-eyed cat. So what are you guys doing to
So
get around?
I'm gonna go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, Glitch is conspicuously trying to look inconspicuous in a large hooded cloak, so I think our best bet is to just walk and pretend we don't see anything.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any like vehicles that are like maybe hauling some of like someone else's like load.
Okay.
I'm gonna and if there's something like going past, I'm going to try to like do a little like hunker down some behind it and then just kind of like
walk behind it or put it between you and them and then like walk as it goes.
Yeah, and I'm holding my tail so my tail isn't like sticking out behind me and potentially giving my position away.
Okay. I think that's an agility challenge roll. So I'm gonna have one of you give me an agility challenge roll to try to do that. Tabitha, do you want to be the one to do it? I think you have the higher agility.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me click on it. Oh, I crit!
Ooh, crit!
You said
It's like,
you
I
were
was
like
like-
with a sad voice, and I was like, finally. Like,
Well, so the fear color and the crit color are similar, and I saw that it was only a 13, so I was like, oh, I don't know about this roll. But then I realized that my little dice thing is hiding underneath the hope die again, and so that's why it took me a second.
It's
Okay.
double sixes.
Mm-hmm.
all right, you monsters. So you get behind or on the other side of this vehicle, and you and Glitch I'll say that there's like handrails, and so you're able to just like grab on to the side and you ride it like all the way out of the dock without being seen.
Oh yeah.
Which is perfect, because in that case what we could do is say that you guys are walking up behind Propus, having caught a ride like out into the bazaar, into the businesses, and so Propus is ahead of you and he's like whistling, heading toward his place of business. Back to Qualo and Tegan, you guys are on the other side of Propus, hearing him coming down the sidewalk. What do you two do?
I want to try to pull Propus into an alleyway before he gets inside of this the Port Authority. I'm like, Qualo, can you make a distraction or something?
Is there anyone following us?
No, just to make sure that the CPA ain't like look in this direction when I pull him in.
Oh yeah, sure.
He's gonna make a real weird noise. He does it every time. That orc's full of weird noises. He doesn't like to be reminded of it.
Fuck you, Garrett.
I'm gonna go into an alley across the street from the alley that Tegan's gonna pull Propus into, and I'm gonna hide.
Okay, you're hidden.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for the weird noise from Propus, and then I'm gonna do something louder to grab their attention after.
Okay, so then that's going to be an agility challenge roll from you, Tegan, to snatch him out of the alley before he gets seen.
So what I'd like to do is, as I'm sitting in the alleyway, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to make this as slick as possible, and so what I'm going to do is take the lasso off of my belt, and I'm going to wait for him to get like within lasso range, step out and then like rope him and pull him in quickly.
Okay.
And so like I take this like bundle of what looks like rope, but on like closer inspection, it actually is this like multi-segmented, long, weird-looking alien worm that he calls little bubs.
Okay.
And he like throws a couple coils out, and he like gets ready, make sure he has enough arm swing, and then that way when Propus comes through, I'm gonna like rope him and like pull him in.
Okay. Well, make the lasso attack roll, and then do it with advantage. Since Qualo, you're gonna spend a hope to give him advantage.
Yes, I am.
Okay. I am also going to spend a hope and use my campfire cowboy experience, if you'll let me, if you think that's appropriate.
I mean, you're lassoing somebody. I guess that's I don't know when would be a better time to use it than now. So go ahead.
Okay, with advantage. Thank you very much, Qualo. Oh, and could you add +2 to that roll? So that's going to end up being 13 with fear.
Oh man, you just got it. Okay, so I'm going to take that delicious sphere to spend on something. But so the one guard who was watching, he's looking down the other side of the road, and as his head slowly turns to see what the whistling is, there is a loud bang on one side of the street, and it pauses his head for just long enough for a segmented worm lasso to go around Propus, and he goes "Gadoinkle" as he gets pulled into
What was that again?
into the alley. Skadoinkle! I should have vetoed that. I should have told you no. Okay. So he gets pulled into the alley. Ahead of you, Glitch and Tabitha, you were pretty sure you were looking at Propus. It was just far enough away where you're doing that thing where you're like squinting, you're like, is that him? And then you see him like vanish, just get like yanked out of view rapidly. And then, where he was standing just a little bit further down, you see the CPA guard leaning against your place of business. And the CPA guard is going to like finish turning his head and look at you two, Tabitha and Glitch, having just heard somebody shout "Skadoinkle." And you'll see him like cock an eyebrow looking at you two, but he doesn't seem any of the wiser that Propus is gone. Not that you two are sure what exactly is happening. What do you do, Tegan, once you have Propus pulled into the alley?
I put my hand over his mouth and I make sure he can see me, and I put like I make like a shushing motion, and I make sure not to call attention to his cracked tusk because I know he's sensitive about it. But I'm going to like everything about this guy. I don't know. I imagine he's sensitive about everything. But I'm so like my personal comm unit is it's slung around my neck, and it's kind of like a torque or like a solid necklace, and normally it's kind of covered up by his bandana that he wears. But I'm going to queue up the communicator so that Propus can obviously hear me say this.
Tegan.
Yes.
May I, as a GM, make a suggestion that your communicator is a bolo?
Oh, like a bolo tie?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's super gaudy, and it's got a giant piece of turquoise in the center. I love it.
Fantastic.
So he speaks into the turquoise, bolo thing. Full well that Propus can hear what he's saying. He's like, "Hey, everybody, if you're anywhere near the shop, there's CPA agents crawling all over it. They're inside looking for something. I got Propus with me right here, and let's all meet up and hash out what's going on." Over. I don't know how they work.
Yeah.
You stop touching it, and it turns into a regular bolo tie, but it transforms. No, yeah, you all hear that over your communicators.
And I'll motion for Qualo across the alleyway.
You can't see me. I'm hidden.
Oh, I motion. I motion what I thought was Qualo, and it turns out it's a homeless guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Slim Jimmy.
Slim Jimmy waves back.
Oh, hey, Jimmy. But I take my hand off of Propus's mouth.
Tabitha, what does your communicator look like?
It is going to look like I think it's going to look like a piece of a bone of like some large animal that I've hunted in the past, and I've like carved out the inside of it and everything, and I've like now fashioned it into my communicator.
That's spectacular. I thought you were going to go with ball of yarn, but that is also really good.
Ball of yarn.
I honestly thought of that, but I was just like, nah.
Okay.
I'll do something
Right.
cool.
So you all hear that you need to meet up. Does anyone suggest a place to meet?
Keegan will say, "Oh, let's get together at the Oyster Tub."
Okay. Do you all go to the Oyster Tub?
Yes.
But I'm going to follow behind the group, hiding, just to make sure that we're not being followed.
I'm assuming
Fantastic.
it's because he doesn't want to meet Propus Fox.
I mean, that's the real reason, but officially explicitly it's because I want to make sure we're not being followed.
Awesome. Okay. And that is how we're going to end the session. So I want to give a special thanks to Darrington Press for creating Daggerheart, the awesome game we're playing, and to our incredible fans. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, 5 stars, the whole thing. It's the #1 way to help the show. Colossus of the Crux is part of the Witchkey March universe. If you're interested in playing in any of the associated games, you can find them on startplaying.games. And we're going to see you next week!
Bye!
My genitals don't have questions anymore.
Oh, come give me kissies.
Yep. All right. Good. Goodbye.
No kissies?
No time for kissies. Not today. Maybe wavies.